Hello, everyone. Welcome to Hack Shack Studios. We are live. We are live. Hey, everybody out there. I just realized my camera settings aren't proper. So I'm going to say hello, and then I'm going to go to my camera, and I'm going to try to fix it because it's bouncing in and out of focus. And that ain't good. Yeah, it's been a busy morning here. Busy, busy, busy. Okay, apply. Okay. I think we're good. So I'm going to wait for a sign of life as always, and we got a special guest today. We're going to do a hacks chat. We haven't done one of these in a while. We're going to have Camel Moon in here. Camel Moon. I don't know his real name. We're just going to have to call him Mr. Moon, like Keith Moon from the Who, the drummer. Yeah, so he should be bopping in here now, or relatively soon. I sent him the link. And I have not prepared. I've had a busy morning. Hold on. I'm going to grab something. It has been crazy, crazy hot here in Southern California. Crazy hot. It goes like 120 degrees yesterday, and there's humidity. It's supposed to cool off a little bit today, so that's good. That is a good thing. Oh. No wonder. I was like, we don't have a sign of life. And I'm like, the comments were turned off. Hey, Roland, what's up? What's up? We got Lock It Up Incorporated. We got Kevin. What's up? Kevin Thompson, my man. Roland says, did you get my review via Indiegogo or DeviantArt? Your review? I don't know. I usually don't check my private messages on Instagram and DeviantArt. I usually don't. I think that's what those are. So send it to me through Twitter if you can, or Facebook Messenger. It's better to do it that way. But I might have seen it and just didn't know it. But I don't recognize it off the top. So I hope it was a good review. Was it on black and white? I guess it would have to be, right? Hello, all. We got Alex Rogan's ghost. Alex Rogan's ghost. Is Alex Rogan dead? Tell me that's not so. I refuse to believe that Alex Rogan aged a day since that movie. I believe that Alex Rogan flew out to space with his lizard buddy and his girlfriend, soon to be his wife, and they were out in space and they just became ageless. They didn't age one single day since Last Starfighter. We got Bill Nid, what's up? Oh, let's see what Roland has to say. I don't have either of those. Then what is IG or DA? Did you get my review via IG or DA? One sounds like Indiegogo and the other one sounds like DeviantArt. So I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. His career is. Yes. Oh, man, we have the man of the hour. How are you?
Hi, how are you? It's nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, I think we were kind of like ships in the night on, was it Michael Hancock or somebody's? Yeah, we just kind of flew right by. But it's good to finally see you and do some quality. We're going to do some quality time here.
I feel like I'm talking to myself in the future. We look exactly alike by like 20 years.
Well, you know what? You aged very well, my friend.
Thank you. Yeah. I think you complimented yourself.
Well, you know, sometimes you got it.
We got the glasses too.
Actually, holy crap! Hold
They're
on.
almost exactly the same. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they are. Hold on. Hold them up. Can you take them off and hold them up to the camera? And then I'll do the same. Holy shit! Are they Hugo Boss?
Oh gosh, I couldn't tell you. My wife bought them.
Let me see.
That's so weird. That's bizarre.
Yeah, I think they're Hugo Boss. Yeah, that's funny.
That is funny.
What if you had the same shirt? What if we had the same...
I know. Well, it's funny. I had a shirt. I took it off to put this one on.
So, it looked just like this.
It did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, same style.
Right, well, I haven't done one of these in a while, Hacks Chat. So we get to spend an hour chatting to a fellow hack. So the reason I call it Hacks Chat is my studio is called Hack Shack Studios. And you know as well as I do that a hack is a derogatory term for an artist that doesn't draw very well.
I think that it translates to many other things, right? I mean, you could be a hack at about anything, really.
Yeah, but I thought it would be funny, and I remember running it by Jim Lee, and Jim Lee said, "Why would you call your studio Hack Shack Studios?" He goes, "Art, you do know that a hack is a derogatory term for a bad artist." And I go, "Yeah, I know. I think it's funny." And he goes, "Oh, it's not funny."
It's self-deprecating.
Yeah, because we do just the opposite. We do quality work here.
Yeah, it was funny because I was on Frega's stream 2 nights ago, and we were going over like crazy statistics, and he said that you actually have the most inked pages known to man, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm on that list as most prolific, I think.
That's crazy.
Yeah, right up there with like Joe Simon and God, some of the greats, Joe Rubinstein.
I thought it was going to be like Alex Toth or someone who's been around like way before, both of us. And no, you were right there at the top. So congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, and I'm also in the top of like top inkers too. So I don't want to seem like I was just pumping the work, like a hack.
Yeah. Just getting it done.
Because who else was on that list? Scott, what's his name? Oh my gosh, the inker. He inks everything. Holy shit, I can't remember his name. But anyways, he's on the list and he is a hack. Somebody in the chat help me out. He inks everybody. I think he took over Ultimate Spider-Man after I left. I'm gonna type this in. This is driving me.
Scott Williams, they're saying?
No, Scott Hanna.
Oh, I don't even know him.
Yeah, good. You don't want to know him. You know why? Because he's a hack.
Yeah. Oh, give me 1 sec. I got to get something. 1 second.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah. No. Scott Williams does great work, so I would never call Scott Williams a hack. Hackers are great with computers. Yeah, that came much later. Yeah, we didn't have computers in the day. Let's see what Chuck Gibson says. Hey, Art, did you ever do the video on what it was like talking over on Jim Lee, on X-Men after Jim Lee? I looked for it. It might be in a different title or something. No, I have not. So should I do the adventures of Art and Jim in the early days? I have photos too. I have Jim, like he's skinny as a rail. Hey, there's one thing about like when you're young, Camel Moon, and you're starving. You're a starving artist. You're literally starving. You are skinny as a rail. When I first started, I had no weight on me.
I actually wanted to say, because you're right, we've always just missed each other, so I've never actually gotten to say this, but you are one of my inspirations.
Oh, man.
So, like, I remember in the 90s, the black and white, and I actually just re-got it. So what I did, because I just was so excited, and I have not shown this to anyone in Comicsgate, so it's kind of a reveal here.
Oh.
Yeah, this is kind of a big deal. If I can find it. Oh, here it is. Okay. So in 96, I started doing my own comic, and it was slightly inspired by yours. And it was called Boots and Heels. And it was about two secret agents. One of them was, it was a skin color that was black and white. And I kind of played with the yin-yang kind of theme. And I did it with my best friend at the time. Oh, he's still my best friend. He was my best man, actually, last year. And next year, I'm going to be my one of my next campaigns. I don't know if I'll do this next or if I'm going to do a Hail Salad issue 2. But so I've done this series now for about 5 years. It's 12 issues long. And this is the cover of the first issue.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, that's awesome.
and it was totally inspired by you. Of course, I'm going to have to ask you to do a variant cover for me. But you could kind of see what I have. It's sort of like a yin yang, where you know. And
that's awesome! That is so cool, man.
And so I needed to show you.
Is that your
dying to show you?
Is that your real name on the cover there?
Will Valley. Yeah, that's who I am. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you go by Camel or by Moon or
Dr. Moon? No, in Comicsgate, people call me Camel, and that's fine. That's totally fine. I mean, you can call me Will. I mean, but it's a horse apiece.
It's all good. It's all good. Well, you with Hail Salad, you are cleaning up, my friend. You're doing really, really good. You have a book up on Indiegogo right now. The link is in the description. And also, you do some crazy cool videos that probably most of the Comicsgaters know you by, right? That's your signature at this point?
Yeah, I would say more people probably know me by that. Even outside of CG, because the cartoon's now been going for about 6 months, maybe a little less, maybe 5 months. And we already have fans that don't even know what Comicsgate is. I would say about 15 to 20% of the fans are just fans of Hail Salad. Because it's just slowly getting bigger. So that's kind of great because it's hopefully bringing more people in. And I have people who have now gotten into the campaign who are, again, they don't care about CG. They're just here for the product, which is kind of like the overall grand scheme of things, right? You want to bring in more people. So, yeah.
But you do use a lot of the Comicsgate casts for your videos.
All of them. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to get Boots and Heels in there, man.
It's funny. So I was like, maybe I could put Art in there. And I was like, I could make him Boots and Heels because it would still be sort of like an homage, to Black and White. But I don't know how that would work. I mean, it was just sort of like it was just a thought. I hadn't really committed anything to it. But I'm still working on a character for you. But you have to have like more funny interactions with the crew. It's so hard sometimes, you know. And
well, I had a thought that like I could be your alternate self from the future, so you could have like one of those like you're doing something and then all of a sudden it's like you do one of those like TV beats where you look off and then you hear like the like you're thinking music and then you like somehow you morph into me.
Yeah, that's not bad. But since the cartoon has started, now everybody wants in. Like Sketch Therapy was telling me he wants in. Adam Post wants in. It feels like every day there's another person who's like, "Well, I'm in Comicsgate. I should be a cartoon." And I'm like, "Well,
I would never do that. If you wanted to put me in, I would be very, very flattered."
That's the right answer.
I will say this though. Here's another right answer. Whatever it takes, Camel. Whatever it takes. If I have to throw you a Twinski, that's what I'll do, man.
That's actually maybe a better answer. I stand corrected.
Totally under the table, though. Yeah. Because nobody needs to know that part of it.
This guy here, Albino, says Art looks like he could be Will's dad. We've already established I'm him in the future.
Yeah. How dare you? How dare you? I was thinking if you approve, can we show one of your videos? And
yeah, that's fine. We could show the episode 6, or we could show the trailer. People like both, so.
Yeah, I was thinking of showing the trailer because it's pretty cool.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
All right, here we go. Well, you guys should be seeing your website here. So here is the official trailer right here.
Oh yeah, and sub if you haven't, because that always helps.
Let me turn it up. Yeah.
It's so epic.
You got to get a guitar solo in there.
It was really hard to match his like rhythm up with the. I kind of did it.
Oh my gosh, that thing is epic.
Thank you. 2 weeks of work, about probably 100 hours, because everything was original. I didn't pull anything from the cartoon itself, so I had to redraw everything, all the backgrounds, and so it took a long time.
I have to ask you. So, some people are full-time comic book. Some people are animators that do comic books. Some people have, like normal Joe jobs. Where do you fit into that?
Oh, I I'm the Batman of Comicsgate. I can do it all. That's I feel like I don't want to or identify as just one thing, because I grew up. I mean, I went to School of Visual Arts, and studied under Jansen actually for a couple of years, and then went into this was like the early 2000s. So like digital media had finally like broken through to the mainstream, and so I started making indie films. And kind of gave up comics for a while, and then I worked for History Channel, A&E, and I did a lot of. I worked on like, Ice Road Truckers, and like as an editor. Then I went into editing for documentaries, and I did that for a while, and then I slowly got back into comics. I worked in advertising in Manhattan for a couple of years.
That's good money.
Yeah, it was actually. I mean, and I was at the bottom, because every time I've started anywhere, you always start at the bottom. And so I've had sort of a jack of all trades type mentality when it comes to everything. I've also made a bunch of indie films myself. Went to festivals, won festivals, and those were all features. Anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes long. And so I kind of felt like I was grooming myself for essentially being my own point man when it came to running my own IPs. Then in the 2012, 2013 era, I started working on Boots and Heels. Was doing that right up until I moved to Austin in 2015, where I started my own TV show and podcast. I started working with a website called Double Toasted, and they hosted my podcast, and they got really big. I mean, they're fucking huge now, and I still work for them behind the scenes, but primarily now I just do the Comicsgate stuff, and the animation stuff was just something I taught myself. I didn't know how to do it, and I was like, all right, this can't be the hardest thing in the world, so just kind of took my illustration skill and my editing skill and kind of put it together. And, I just did that Space Ghost cartoon kind of just as a way to, I don't know, say hi to Comicsgate, see if it meant anything. I honestly thought it was going to fail, and I didn't expect for half a second it was going to turn into what it turned into. So, it's kind of crazy, but kind of great. And I would say out of all the jobs I've ever had, doing Hail Salad now is the most fun I think I've ever had.
Yeah, you can tell in the work. It looks really fun. You nail it. I don't know how the hell you isolate the words, like the show, like those little clips that you get, those sound bites. I don't know how the hell you do that.
So like in editing, we have you pull selects. That's like a thing you do, right? So, right. And I did 5 years in documentary film. So like you'd watch hours and hours of footage, and then you'd find these little sound bites. You'd clip them and then just like save them in a folder. And I must have folders of Ethan saying just ridiculous shit. And then it just kind of turns into like playing with Legos. You're just like, all right, does that work? Does that work? And you kind of mix shit around. And sometimes the funniest things that I come up with is when I don't actually pay attention to what I'm doing purposefully, and I'll just move things around and start listening to it on the playback and see what sounds funny. And then sometimes you need a little bit of changing, but sometimes it's just hilarious what you come up with like that.
I noticed, like, I did a little bit of animation, not big time promote, production, but just kind of like Bible stuff, just hanging out enough to know the ins and outs. And one of the things about animation that's key is, like, when you cast people, you want to make sure that the voices really stand out from each other. You don't want two voices that sound similar, and you want cadence to almost like comedically play off of each other, where you can have like a high squeaky voice right next to a really deep baritone voice. Like, you just want to mix and match. So have you noticed that Comicsgate, for the most part, does kind of have that innate, right?
Oh, yeah, I think that's why I initially even started with the Space Ghost, because I was listening to, like, Ethan, and I was drawing my comic, and I just felt like I was listening to Space Ghost. Like, the cadence, you're right, it's a lot about cadence. It's a lot about timing and
rhythm,
sort of, like, the rhythm. And I was like, this is hilarious. And so that's why I was like, let me just scrap what I'm doing for a second, just put it on the side and try to make this, if almost just to, like, get the idea out of my head, so, like, I know I'm not crazy. And so it worked much better than I thought it would. And but you're right, it's about cadence, because, like, sometimes you'll have a sentence, but if people end on, like, an uptick, it doesn't necessarily work, right? Because then it sounds like a question. So
right.
That's what they call up talking. Or sometimes they'll lead, right? So they'll have too much of a lead off at the end where you're kind of expecting to say something else. So that'll work if you want to have someone jump in and almost sound like they're cutting them off. So there's, like, little editing tricks that you can kind of figure out as you're doing it. But I think that's what helps make it sound so authentic. Like, although the conversation doesn't make sense, it still kind of sounds like they're actually talking to each other.
I just wanted to say, like, I'm a big fan of, like, non sequiturs, and holy shit, dude.
It's the non sequitur show.
yeah. I mean, it's perfect for me. Like, that's where my tastes are. Like, if things don't have to make sense always, and for me, I'm a big fan of that, because I think if things make too much sense, then you kind of know where like the tone's going or the story's going. But if you throw in stuff that just you didn't see coming, it always gets a laugh out of me. Just things that come out of nowhere. And you nail it, my friend. And I just like the caricatures too of all the different Comicsgaters. You nail it. So immediately when you see them, you know who they are. So I do want to get into Hail Salad. So do you have an origin for those characters and for the book, and then the Indiegogo that you have going right now?
What a great question. So the comic is the origin, right? It's how everyone meets, and then at the end of the book, they get on the ark together. The frog spaceship or the whale, whatever you call it. I've dubbed it the SS Titty, and that's so it's like the Iliad, right? And then if I get to the sequel, it'll be the Odyssey. It's like the adventures on the ark. That's kind of what they're at now. And then if I was to wrap it up with a trilogy, I would kind of turn it into Julius Caesar. So, like, Julius Caesar, for those of you who don't know, starts with Julius coming back from Pompeii. They just won the war, and now he has to deal with all the people at home who are trying to take him over. So I'm going to marry that with the Gladiator, where essentially Smugglis is going to stab him in the back, and he's going to throw him into the gladiatorial pits, where now Ethan has to come back and to take everyone over, and he's going to expose everyone for who they are. Dude, that's the grand trilogy. I hope I get to it. So we'll see.
Well, I mean, based on your trajectory right now, let's actually check it out. And I do. When I said origin, I want to know you just explained the origin of the story itself, the comic, but I want to know the origin of how you came up with it as well. But let's go over the campaign. Just so people can see what we're talking about, because this is crazy cool. So this is Camel Moon's Hell Salad comic issue 1. See how the art crew came together in the early days of the Troll Jan War. So you are at 38,937, my friend. Is this your first crowdfund?
Well, with the exception of the Space Ghost one that got that I got a C&D letter from Warner Brothers, but yeah, it is. So we hopefully, that it ends at 2:00 this morning or tomorrow. So we're trying to get to 40 grand by then, and that'll unlock the naked Ethan standee, which is this guy here.
Wait, let me come back.
Okay.
The naked standee.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Oh shit! Look at those legs.
He's got that farmer tan.
Does he have roller skates on?
Well, yeah.
Roller skates.
Yeah.
Those aren't roller blades. Those are roller skates.
I was like, I gotta make this as gay as possible. And then what else we got? I'll show some others while you have me up here.
Oh wait, I was gonna go back to the.
Oh, that's fine. I can show them later. It's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll show them later. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, we got some books to sell, my friend. So you have 558 backers. You have 14 hours left. So you want to go over the highlights of the campaign?
Sure. So at 600 backers, if you scroll down a little bit, Art, those are the new stickers. That's the new cover. This cover here with him riding the dinosaur. When we get to 600 backers, anyone who has this cover, it's going to go hollow foil. So no extra charge. It's going to be across the board. Right now, that is the highest selling book. I think we have over close to 200 copies of that sold.
Wow.
So, and it looks gorgeous in hollow foil. So I'll be excited if it makes there.
Well, that dinosaur has some gorgeous hair, my friend.
He goes to the salon. Him and Nancy Pelosi are sitting in the chair.
Yeah, I have to get his hair done. Yeah.
And I didn't want to make it just a comic because I think a lot of people do that.
Tell the dinosaur that he may be set up. If he goes into his salon.
He got set up for that photo. Where's his mask? I should make the mask edition. They all have masks on.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I had to drop that joke. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's okay. So I decided not to do just a comic, and I did a lot of merch because I found in the sort of like Saturday morning era, people really liked the cartoon so much that I started getting requests regularly for T-shirts. And I was like, okay, well, I can do that. And then I didn't want to do a basic ash can, so I did a sticker book. So the sticker book comes with like 27 stickers, and they're all hollow foil. And it's like manga size, so it's like 6x9 or something like that. And then I did the standees, and the standees have been selling like gangbusters because they're almost like action figures. They're a good size, and they're super quality. So I think people are gonna like them when they get them.
Dude, this is so freaking awesome. Hey, do you know the production company? It's something soup, and they have that kid that goes, "That's good soup."
No.
I think they do the Venture Brothers cartoon.
Oh, William Street, maybe. I know William Street used to do, they used to do Space Ghost, and I'm pretty sure they did. They think they did Aqua Teen. Okay,
because I remember this just reminds me of like where you're at because they were an advertising New York advertising house, and they did a lot of cartoons, for ads and things like that. Some of them were animated, and then they started their own production. Well, they were their own production company. They were called Something Soup, and then they just made a killing, in advertising. And then they had an idea, kind of like Hell Salad, and I think it was that it was the Venture Brothers.
Oh, okay.
And so then they sold that to was it Adult Swim or whatever it was, and then the rest is history. So for some reason, I get the same vibe from you because I followed those guys before the Venture Brothers thing broke, And I was so happy for those guys.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm getting similar vibes from you, my friend. Like this is destined for some kind of cartoon show.
Well, thank you. Since 2005, it's been my dream to do an Adult Swim cartoon. And so I guess right now Adult Swim does a thing called pitch meeting, and I think it's every Thursdays at 8 or 7 o'clock or whatever, depending where you live. And that's what you do. You go into the stream and you sign up and you pitch a cartoon. And I've been seriously considering doing it. Really, the only hesitation is Comedy Central is very woke, and Comicsgate is well, maybe they're legitimately woke. Not the meme woke. So I'm wondering if I'm actually going to face more opposition by submitting. So that's why I haven't done it yet. But I would like to. But maybe Art, you could give me your 2 cents on that.
Yeah, I think at the very least you'll have an interesting story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the old you from the future telling you, like.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, go do shit, and then when you're old like me, you can go. Remember when?
Yeah, remember when I pitched to Adult Swim and it was the greatest show that they ever got pitched, and they denied it.
Well, I had a show. It's called Hit, and it's about 2 gay hitmen, and they live in an eccentric gay hitman world. So it's kind of like La Cage aux Folles meets La Cage aux Folles. I can't think of the pitch right now. Like a Tarantino La Cage aux Folles. So it's like really, really edgy. It kind of has like a Zoolander world. Like Zoolander was all about like the eccentric world of male models or whatever.
Okay.
So it's kind of like that. The world is very, very eccentric and very, very like condensed. Like there's no like the world doesn't exist outside of their world. So it's basically like illegal like hair gel cartels, and it's like all kinds of like, it's really loony and loopy, like Hail Salad. And so I had a whole pitch together, and I have a friend over at Cartoon Network, and I just showed her in passing, and she goes, I'm gonna send this along to Cartoon Network. And so she did. And I got a handwritten letter. I can't remember who the head guy is over there, but he wrote me a handwritten letter, and he goes, "This is hilarious." He goes, "This is so damn good." He said, "However, it is way too controversial for even us to take."
Yeah, I kind of feel like, and here's the thing too, because there are a couple episodes, like every time I thought about even going on pitch meeting, I was like, well, what episode would I show them? I was like, I'm going to show Narwhal talking about pre-cum and taking dumps? I was like, well, probably not. I was like, am I going to show him episode 5 where the dude's eating his own shit and we're making fun of Black Lives Matter protesters? Well, probably not. So it's like, I don't even know. It might even be too risque for them.
Well, you know what? You might want to wait till after November, because climate might change.
I kind of thought of that too. I was like, because like I heard rumors that like Disney is cleaning house with their woke folk, and there are more companies that are like actively not hiring SJWs. So I was like, if that starts to become a trend and people stop giving so much of a shit, maybe in 6 months or a year, Comedy Central might actually be interested in something like Hail Salad.
Yeah, this might actually be the trend. You know what I mean? Like this might be the new trend. It'd be so awesome.
It would be.
And they're just going, you know what? Let's fast track this because the climate's changing, and I think the world is ready for a change. And then all of a sudden, we see it, at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, to try to bury it. Hail Salad.
I mean, that would be kind of the dream, right? I mean, it's only 5 minutes too. It's not like they have to super commit to 22-minute episodes. And also,
have you thought about like Robot Chicken? Because I actually did get to, I was invited anyways to do pitch meetings with the Robot Chicken guy. So this could be just a short on, is Robot Chicken still being done? I don't even know if it's still around.
I don't know, but I know that that's Comedy Central as well.
Yeah. But I mean, you could possibly tone it down. No more eating shit and stuff like that. But like do some like just the crazy humor. Because 5 minutes they could sandwich that.
Oh yeah, and I think they love that stuff, right? Because they have so many like cartoons that go on for like 13 minutes, and they need in between stuff, to kind of fill up time. And at this point, there are, you could play 2 or 3 episodes of Hail Salad back to back and get 15 minutes out of it, and then it's like 3 mini vignettes. So I think that especially once I get a catalog together, that it could be something that they're more interested in. Do you still have your connects over at Comedy Central?
These were probably 15 years
ago.
Yeah. I could dig them up and see if they're still active. Because it probably would be a good idea for me to kind of do that as well for my own career. I'm so bad at that stuff. But yeah. If something comes of it, I'll definitely bring Hail Salad up. So what is this, man? This is 7 plastic standee figures with a backdrop?
No, there's no backdrop. I just did that for the photo.
Oh, okay.
I was going to make backdrops, but it actually, believe it or not, those little postcards got really expensive because I would have had to make them for every single figure, and the figures were already kind of breaking the bank. So I just kind of backed out on the cardboards. But so that's wave 3 and 4. Wave 1 and 2 were last month. And so I have some here if you want to go full screen.
Yeah. I just have to ask, are these like, those things you'd put together, like the old kids games, like board games where you'd have like a base and then you kind of snap the figure onto the base and then that's your character for the game?
Yeah, I mean, they're much bigger and better quality. Like they're really like a hard acrylic and they're pretty big. They're about 3 inches or 4 inches tall. So
wow.
Yeah. So this was like the John Malin one.
Oh man, hold on. I gotta see this.
And he's on a tractor. And like, so it's not see-through, but his head is see-through because it's it's like a hologram. Yeah. And but like they're really hard. They're
wow.
Yeah, like they're legit. And then so like
the base is acrylic too, right? It's like
yeah. And then this is the Narwhal standee with Frega, and that comes in the egg salad perk, and it's exclusive to the egg salad perk. And then this is the new one. Everyone kept telling me how much they liked the new Schemes and Scams 2-pack from the new cartoon. So this is Methwin and Smiller, and he's got his bag of Bitcoin kumquats
in the back.
Yeah.
I like the ponytail wrapping around.
Yeah, I made him. I don't know Smiller, and I don't know Methwin, right? So I don't have any ill will towards either of these guys. But I just was like, all right, let me just go off of what the current meme of them is. So I was like, I just made Smiller like a laughing hyena goblin, and he never actually talks in the cartoon. I just have Ethan laughing for his voice, and I kind of modeled him after Muttley from the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons, where all he does is laugh, and I was like, yeah, that kind of works.
That's awesome, man. That is so cool. So how does that work? So is that a tier or are those stretch goals?
Everything is a tier right now except for the Naked Ethan. That's a stretch goal at 40K. So as soon as we hit 40K, that'll open up. But because I couldn't afford to give it away because it's too expensive, but I also didn't want to charge people for it because it's technically a stretch goal, so I want to give as much as I can. So it'll be available as an add-on perk for cost. So which is minimal compared to everything else. It's about half as much.
Well, it looks amazing. So tell me a little bit about the book. So how many pages is the book? And I assume you're writing and doing all the artwork, right?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I will send it to you right now. People have been giving me shit because we joked that I was able to get to $38,000 without showing one page of interior art. So, because I just kept selling covers. And I have a finished piece of interior art. I just sent it to you. It's in your Twitter.
Okay.
And so if you want to show that, we will premiere it here.
Yes, I like that.
And it's 32 pages right now. When we hit 50 grand, it'll go to 40 pages. It'll most likely be 40 pages because we'll most likely hit 50 grand.
Okay,
Eventually.
I haven't got it yet. Did you send it? Where did you send it to?
Your Twitter. It should be in your messages.
Yeah, I can't see it. Last thing I see is the link that I sent you.
Can you refresh it?
I did twice. I just did
it says delete. Wait, message failed because it was too big. Oh, okay. Well, then I'll put it on my page and.
Can you share it? Can you put it up and then just?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to put it up right here. Let me just get rid of this, and I'll move this over. Okay, and share screen.
So these are interior pages?
Yeah.
How much of the book is done? Do you know? Well, you should know.
Well, let's see. I finished these 2 pages, so these 2 pages.
We know they're done.
Yeah. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this was a 2-page splash, and I purposefully picked out like the 36 CMYK colors that they used to use back in the old printing process. So those are the only colors I'm working with. So it kind of gives this cool like retro like Kirby kind of feel to it. And I'm working with sort of Zipatone and just kind of like heavy line ink and that kind of stuff.
I love this style. Are you doing this traditional or are you doing this digital?
It's all digital because I got to get it done.
Yeah.
I would love for it to be traditional, but it's just not in the cards right now.
Well, it looks great. It looks great. I love the style, and it is kind of more anime. It's really original, the style and all the character designs, but it does look a little Kirby inspired. Like it looks like it could fit into like a New God story.
Yeah, like because that's like the colors, and I get it's interesting. I guess did Kirby ink? Because I heard that he only penciled, but he didn't ink, right?
I don't think he inked. I don't think I ever saw a piece that he.
Because whoever inked him, well, maybe it's still because of the way Kirby penciled, but like, there's like no cross hatching in his work. It's very rare. So it's usually just a lot of like really kind of thick black, like
hatches.
Yeah,
they're more like it's more like style and design than proper usage. You know what I mean? Like
sure.
Like it's more heightened style because like cross hatching and stuff, you're creating more like gray tone areas and stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think Kirby stuff was really just open and black. Like it was really
right.
bold. It was really bold. There wasn't a lot of subtlety to it, and cross hatching implies subtlety.
Yeah, right. Because you're creating textures, and I guess it was just easier not to worry about those so much. So you had more of a graphic kind of visual look to his stuff. So I've kind of taken that on because I think I didn't want it to be too cross-hatchy because I think that it wouldn't look enough like the cartoon. And then I didn't want it to be, without cross-hatching at all because then it would not look like a comic. It would just look like I might as well just pull shots from the cartoon. So it's kind of that in-between. It's almost the kind of art that you would see like in like the 90s when they were doing like a cartoon transfer. Like they were doing like the Adventures of the X-Men. It wasn't quite X-Men. It wasn't the cartoon. It was like right in between. Or like they did it with Ninja Turtles. They had like Ninja Turtle Adventures. So it had like slight cross-hatching and you had a lot of pastel colors. So that's kind of the look that I was going for. Yeah,
but this looks pretty killer, man. I like all the different perks. I like the feature perk, which is the egg salad perk. You need to get a salad dressing perk. Like you should make your own salad dressing. Like what is that actor that had his own salad dressing?
Paul Newman.
Yeah, you should get like a Camel Moon's own. Like salad dressing. Moon's own salad dressing. Yeah.
Hail Caesar salad dressing. How about that? Hail Caesar salad dressing.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And we'll have like a special ingredient, a little wang to it.
I would really want, I couldn't make it for real, but I can make a box of Hail Salad cereal. And it would be like, I was thinking it would be like if the flakes would be green, right, to look like, lettuce, and then like the little puff balls would be red to look like tomatoes, and then you could have like little marshmallows of the characters.
Yeah.
One day.
Or you could just have like a brand cereal just called the Camel Moons, and they could just be like camels and moons. Like,
oh yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I mean, who's ever put a cereal to their brand? There's no like AT&T cereal.
Well, you know what? I just gave that to you, so there you go.
Yeah, thank you.
On the house, man.
Camel Moonos.
Yeah, your future self is helping out your present.
Gotta take notes.
Giving you all these ideas. Well, I don't know if you heard, but I was really, really busy this morning because we got to get the house all tweaked up. We're selling our house here, and there's this person, okay? This is crazy. They come in and they stage your house. They're like interior decorators, and they come in and they get your house all tweaked up for potential buyers. And so at 11 o'clock, I got to take off. So we're kind of reaching that time. So I got to go meet with this person and be
understandable
by me and my wife's taste of decor in the house.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We actually broke 39,000. So thank you so much for that.
Oh, wait. Oh, cool. Let's go because I still have. Sorry for having to cut it short. Health salad. There we go. Let's go back. So you were at 38,937. Let's hit refresh. 558, 559 backers. Yeah, there you go. 39.42. So you're under 1,000 away. So you're like 958.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, so we have after you. I'm going to go on Narwhal for an hour, and then I'm going on Shay's. I don't remember her last name. For probably another hour, and then I'm going to be doing Bancroft all night. So that's where we'll be tonight, guys. If you guys want to come hang out, and hopefully we'll get to 40 grand.
Yeah, I love hanging out with Bancroft. Michael's one of my favorite guys now, man.
Yeah.
It's just so chill, man. I really enjoy myself, and he doesn't mind if I get like belligerently drunk on his show. So
I think he prefers it.
Yeah, he encourages it, and I like that.
I like getting wasted.
Yeah. So there's only 14 hours left, you guys. So Camel Moon Health Salad issue 1, and we want him to. You guys heard it. He's got 2 volumes planned, so we want to make sure that he can get to the 2nd and 3rd volume. So throw some money his way. It's a great product. It looks absolutely ridiculous, but in the best of ways. In the ways that I really appreciate my humor. And go back this. Like I said, 14 hours away. And so you're going to do the whole circuit tonight, huh? You got a couple streams.
Yeah, and it's annoying mostly because I didn't realize. I mean, you don't know this when you set your campaign up 2 months ago, but I didn't know today would be a holiday. Yeah. It's like kind of against the wind here because most people might not even sign into Twitter or YouTube today. I think after about 5, 6 o'clock, once people are done barbecuing and shit, they'll come home and they're like, "Oh, Camel Moon's wrapping up. All right, let me get in there and see what's going on."
Yeah, I was just gonna say it could work to your benefit, in the evening time.
Yeah. So let's hope that all works out. Thank you so much for having me on. I feel like I've wanted to come on for a while, but shit being what it is, sometimes it takes a while.
Yeah, and I've enjoyed your stuff since Ethan's been airing it. And also, go subscribe to Camel Moon's site, his YouTube site. There's a bunch of videos there. They're really, really entertaining. And let's get him to 40K. I don't think that's going to be a problem, my friend. But you have to say it anyway, right?
Hey, let's do 43 so we can beat Vestige 2.
Ooh. There you go.
There's some incentive.
There you go. Okay, you guys heard it right here. 43. So what is that? So that's $3,960. $60, something like that. Yeah. So I think that's totally doable. Do you have any plans of? Is this your first month or is this your second?
This is my second month. Oh, and I'll put this out there too. Once we go in demand, the standees, the T-shirts, the lunch, like all that shit's going away. So we're really just gonna, the only thing that's really gonna be in demand is gonna be the comic book because that's really why we're here, and mostly because I have to get these orders in because there's so many of them. that I need them ready to be shipped to me when I'm ready to ship them to you guys. So it can't be rolling. The comic book is easy. You just add an extra 10 at print, so it's not that hard. But
Right. Yeah. So if you guys want all those goodies, those extras, you got to get in now, because once this goes in demand, you won't get those standees. You won't get all that cool stuff. So thank you so much for coming on. I wish we had more time, but this is just the beginning, my friend. The future you, the present me.
Or is it the present you and the past me?
I don't know how that works. Like, who's the contemporary version? Yeah.
Yeah, which is what year are you in?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I prefer to think I'm the future you, though, because then I can be the wise sage, right? Then I can go, you might want to think about doing it this way.
Is it 2039 there?
It is 2039.
Oh, okay. So then I'm the contemporary version.
But we can do more of these time travel streams. Yeah.
Oh, that would be great. I would love to come back on.
Yeah. Well, very good, man. Well, continued success. Thank you so much for coming in, and thanks to everybody in the chat. Always love the support. Yeah, go back, Camel Moon. He's got the YouTube channel, and go back, Hail Salad, his current book. And if you guys have time and a little extra change, I got a book called Chrono Mechanics that's in demand, and we're closing in on 50K on that book. So thanks to everybody for all the support, and take care. Have a great day.
See you, everyone.